Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Philosophy to Getting Divinity, Ninth lesson, Lord Sri Krishna says, non-doership leads you to divinity. Do not attach with deeds. Works do not bind me. Because I have no desire for the fruits. One who fully understands and practices this truth is also not bounded by karma. The ancient seekers of the salvation also performed their duties with this understanding. Therefore, you should do your duty as the ancient did. Non-doership leads you to divinity. Lord Krishna says that I have created the universe. Immediately, he added, though I am the creator of the world, but I know that I am not the doer. All has just happened by the grace of Supreme Divinity. Lord Krishna says, I am not the creator. Creator is He who is formless and who is within everyone. Knowing you are not doer, you will feel great. Further, Lord Krishna says, the four folds were created by me according to the divisions of quality and work. The emphasis is on qualification, aptitude and functions, and not by birth. There is no upper and lower caste. All are equal. Chapter 4, verses 13, 14, 15. Do not attach with the deeds. As the Supreme is unattached, you also be unattached. He is said to be a non-doer. Work do not affect his changeless being, though he is unseen in the background of all action. But being without attachment does not lead to bondage. Deeds do not defile me, nor do I have yearning for their fruit. He who knows me like this, he is not bounded. Work is always in present, and fruits of all the works are in future. Lord Krishna says, whoever knows me, non-doership philosophy, and to be desireless philosophy, they just become like me, and they never fall in the bondage. We have heard many religious leaders. We have to bear the fruits of our action. But see what Lord Krishna says. Question does not arise to bear the fruits of action. I do the work because I am supposed to do the work. I don't want anything in return. I am not concerned with the fruits. I do not keep any desire even at the time of doing. I do the act without reason and without selfishness. Likewise, whoever will work, he will become like me. And whoever keeps the desire in his heart at the time of doing the act, they will have to bear the fruits of their act. That is true. Desireless one will never be in bondage. Of their acts, as like sages. All sages do the acts without desire. Therefore, they do not get the fruits. All disappears in divinity, because acts done in the name of divinity only. Do the act, but do not join your desire with it. You will understand the meaning of do all and don't do anything. Chapter 4, verses 13-14. Lord Krishna says, Arjun, you be free from desires, doership, fruits and pride. Such acts have been done by so many persons even before. You also follow them and do the same. Lord Krishna says, lot of people have done this even before. You are not the first one to do so. As like Janak, he was free from doership, egoless, and he has never desired fruits of his actions. Ashtavakra Gita says, non-doership leads you to divinity. Do all and don't do anything. I do. This is the black snake of your ego. I do. This is the black snake of your ego. I am not the doer. Drink this divine nectar of trust and be happy. Your belief is your doership. You become what you believe. Your belief is your body. You have never thought you may be something else other than body. I am doer. this is projection, and we create our ego in accordance. Everything is happening by itself. We unnecessarily bring ourselves in between. You don't come on the earth by your own wish, by our own wish, and we don't go by our own wish. Before birth, no one asked us whether we are interested to be born. Before death, no one will ask us whether we are interested to die. I am doer, this is an illusion. This is an illusion. We create our ego in illusion. Lord Ashtavakra has raised few questions to Janak, one who is just born as a child of wisdom. Janak is very happy. New waves are rising in his heart. Whatever has happened, he is not able to believe. Whatever has happened to Janak, Janak is not able to believe. One side Janak is understuck, and other side Ashtavakra is tightening his arrows to shoot. Janak replies. Janak expressed his thoughts, which are quite strange. The test was quite different. The Guru has first closed the doors of actions and later closed the doors of renunciation also. He did not leave any scope to escape. If Janak had felt a little darkness within, these lines would not have arisen from him. The Guru placed the mirror in front of the Janak. Janak kept his heart. Whatsoever appeared in the mirror is pure. Do all and don't do anything. Do not attach with deeds. The biggest mistake of you is you consider yourself body. You are not body. You are within the body. There is a soul within body. So long soul is there, you can hear, you can smell, touch and feel. There is big doer within, who does everything, and it is particle due to which body seems active. When current goes, it is called dead. When you consider yourself body, you become sinner. Soul is not sinner. Soul is away from the body. Soul is not the doer. Devotees are in illusion that God does everything. Devotee says, Hey Bhagwan, nothing happens in the world without your wish. God says, nothing is like this. Nothing is likewise. Nothing happens by my desire. If it happens by my desire, had I desired Sita Haran, had I desired Draupadi Chir Haran, no dear, nothing happens by my desiring. Who knows how I have spent my life without Sita after leaving her in the jungle, after leaving her in the forest? No dear, nothing happens by my desire. Had I wished Lord Vishnu to be Lord Ishu to be hanged and to fire nails in his body, had I wished to kill millions of Shia Sunnis in Karbala, had I wished to give poison to Sukrat and Mira, had I wished to throw Prahlad from the peak of the mountains, no, nothing happens by my desiring. It is all illusion of the devotees. Devotee is in illusion. All the deeds are being done by body under the influence of selfishness, greed, anger, lust, desire, mind and heart. Where are you in between? Enlightened person never attach with deeds. Enlightened person never attach himself with deeds. Liberated person does work as like an ordinary man who says something and does something. Whatever an ignorant person says is all false and is deceiving, whereas learned one is not telling the truth. Whatever he does is right. You can recognize him by his action. In case of learned person, it is totally reversible. Whatever a learned person says is totally correct. Whatever he does is false. You will find truth in the knowledge of the learned, which you will not find in the action of the ignorant. Learned one knows he is not the doer, because he knows he is not the body, which you don't know. This is the difference between you and the learned one. Learned one knows that every act is being done by lust, greed, anger, mind, desire, not by me, not by soul. Further, Lord Krishna says, माला के मनियों की तरह सब जग मुझ में समाया है, मुझसे अलग कुछ भी नहीं, सब मेरी ही माया है. There is nothing higher than the Supreme Being, O Arjuna. Everything in the universe is strung on the Supreme Being, like jewels are strung on the thread of a necklace. I am the spedity in the water. I am the radiance in the sun and moon, the sacred syllable, Om in all the Vedas, the sound in the ether and potency in human beings. I am the sweet fragrance in the earth. I am the heat in the fire, the life in all living beings, and the austerity in the ascetics. Hey Arjun, know me to be the eternal seed of all creature. Know me the eternal seeds of all creature. I am the intelligence of the intelligent and the brilliance of the brilliant. I am the strength of the strong, who is devoid of selfish attachment. I am the lust in human being that is devoid of sense gratification and is in accord with dharma for the sacred purpose of procreation after marriage. Lesson 11. You are divine. You are divine. Lord Ashtavakra says, Aham Brahmasmi. Whatever you see, it is you alone manifest it. Whatever you see, it is you alone manifest in it. How can bracelets, armlet and ankles be different from the gold? They are made of gold. You are spreading this world. You are thread in it. Do not become small-minded. You are pure consciousness of nature. You are involved with house is mine, money is mine, business is mine, son is mine. Small things the mind gets involved in. Why to make small claims? Make a great proclamation. Say, I am pure consciousness. Say, I am Brahmasmi. Make the divine proclamation. Why be satisfied with anything less? Whole universe is yours. Krishna says, there is nothing in the world which I do not possess. Sri Krishna has proclaimed that I am God. You also proclaim the same. Ashtavakra say, whatever you claim. Whatever we proclaim, we become the same. Try to understand, you are not different from Krishna. You are not different from Krishna. Just you have to open your eyes and see that you are God. Then you are God. If you consider yourself small, you are small. Your belief, your proclamation is your life. You want to see God in stone, but not in yourself. You want to see God in stone, but not in yourself. What a hilarious and funny thing. Ashtavakra Gita, Janak says, I am all in all the world. Imagine, am I? I bow down to myself. None here is as capable as I, who have been maintaining the universe for an eternity without even touching with the body. Do you hear? Janak is saying, no one is as capable as I am. This is the art of oneness, which is skillful as I. I have not touched the body. I have never touched it. There is no way to touch it because nature of I means soul and nature of body different. Both can not touch each other. Touching is impossible. You are simply witness. You exist in body. Body exists in you, but without touching each other as if an infinite distance. Their nature is so different you cannot mix. Janak says, I am filled with wonder. Janak says, I am filled with wonder. What capacity of mind! I have done so many deeds and still I am unaffected. I have enjoyed so much, but still no trace of attachment. As if you are writing something on water, but nothing is written. With witness you go on doing and enjoying, but nothing is being written. Everything disappears like lines written on the water. We are going on telling ourselves we are one with the body, but we cannot be one with the body. We are going on telling ourselves we are separate from the divine, but we are not separate from the divine. We will understand this the day when we will know we are one with divinity. That day we will see the wonder of wonders. I had never been united with the body. Learn to be witness in ordinary life. Make a little effort. Watch yourself walking on the road and be a witness. Watch yourself when you are getting angry. Slowly you help and support the witness. One day the declaration will happen within you too. The ultimate rain will come. The ultimate rain will come. Lesson 11. Awakened one knows whole world is soul. Whole world is soul. One who has realized this whole world as one soul, he has destroyed the difference of I, you and he. The sages has taken the whole world as a soul. They can never be disturbed. Janak says, I am one with the universe. Whatever is going on, let it be. What is to be happen, let it be happen. Be only a witness and enjoy the happening. What is there to change? What to change? How to change? Why to change? Whatever happening, let it to happen. You just see as a witness. Ashtavakra Gita says there is no need of being a devotee. Ashtavakra Gita says there is no need to be a devotee. You are already complete. Do not go for rituals and prayers. The force for which you worship, pray and meditate is already within you, or you can say that is you. You just realize His presence within the body and be peaceful and unattached with all. Janak has got his spiritual intellectuality through Ashtavakra. He is being called Videh Raj, bodiless. Videh Raj means bodiless. Amazing happening has happened so suddenly, so forcefully, Janak could not contain it. Everything is beyond belief. When it has not been happened, it seems impossible. And when it happens, it seems even more impossible. Janak is exactly in the same state of mind. He says, imagine, everything are illusions. I am pure, I am witness. All else are illusion. This I used to be by Janak does not mean to his body, but his I is the witness of God. I is eternal, I is immortal, I means soul. Awakening with Krishna, Janak Ashtavakra. Lord Sri Krishna and Swami Ramtirth are also not talking about their bodies. They are talking about their eternal and immortal soul. Janak's human form is disappearing and his divine form is coming out. Once upon a time, Swami Ramtirtha went to America. Someone asked who has created the universe. Swami Ramtirtha said, I created the universe. I made them all. I set them in motion, and since they are moving. To understand this statement, we have to remember Sri Krishna. Sri Krishna says the same, that I have created the whole universe. These both statements are difficult to understand. Actually, both of them are speaking as eternal and immortal soul, not as like ordinary person. It is very difficult to understand. In this moment, Janak's personality is dissolving and he is speaking from infinity. Under Ashtavakra influence, Janak remembered who he is. Is it easy to say, the universe which has been created by me will dissolve in me? Do you hear this wonderful statement? I bow down to myself. Certainly this is not Janak's statement. This is an expression of the ultimate happenings within Janak. All shall be destroyed, but I will not be. All are born and will die. I am not. I will not. Sri Krishna said the same. Soul never born and never dies. Janak says, I am filled with wonder. What is capacity of mind? I have done so many deeds and still I am unaffected. I have enjoyed so much, but still no trace of attachment is within. As if you are writing on the water. You just sit idle 1 hour for a few months. Do not think anything. Do not give any cooperation to your heart and mind. Keep the mind empty from thoughts. Just sit for 1 hour, closing your eyes and empty mind, doing nothing. You would find after few months that your mind and hearts are little bit peaceful. After a year, you will find that demands of hearts and mind vanished. Now heart and mind never demand until you have not recognized the oneness of divinity within. Soul is one, mind and hearts are so many. Mind and hearts are so many types. Knowing the soul, one man becomes peaceful. You must have heard that God is everywhere, at all places, and even in non-living position. There is no such thing in the universe where God is not present. God is there in scheduled caste also, but people do not understand. Scheduled caste is not different from the divinity. God is equally divided in all. Lord Sri Krishna has described in Mad Bhagavad Gita that I am equally present in man, woman, Chandal, elephant, Brahman. Even though people do not understand and going on fighting themselves because of their selfishness. It is all politics. There is a very good example in the life of Gautam Buddha. One Buddha Bhikshu was going on pilgrims. He had asked Buddha to give some sermon or directions for the traveling because I will be far away from you for so many days. I will not be able to ask you anything. Buddha said, if you meet some lady on the way, don't see at her. Keep your eyes below and keep traveling. He said, okay. But other disciple Anand was sitting there. There is very kindness of Anand on mankind that he has asked so many wonderful, timely, ultimately and unwanted questions to Buddha. He said, sir, wait a minute, please. Sometime we may have to see the lady. Buddha said, if you have to see the lady, you can see, there is no problem, but don't touch. Anand said, it may happen sometimes that we have to touch also. If a lady is lying on the road, wounded, and there is no other one except me in that position to help her or not to help. He says, kindness, please. What happened to kindness? Buddha said, in that situation you can help her but keep awakened. Buddha said, you keep awakened. Buddha said, main thing is awakening. This disciple is a little bit weak and that is why I said not to see. If he would have been little bit more powerful, I would not have told him not to see. If he would have been more powerful, I would not have told him not to touch. And if at all he was supposed to be wise, I would not have told him anything except awakening. Once upon a time, it has happened that one disciple of Buddha was passing by and one prostitute had requested him to stay with her in this season. Disciple said, let me ask my Guru. He has not said that you are a prostitute. He has not said that I stay with you. How it could be possible? He said nothing. He said, let me ask my Guru. If he permit, I will stay. He went to the Buddha in public meeting and asked, one prostitute is saying me to stay with her. Can I stay with her? Buddha said, stay. It has created a nuisance there in other disciples. Lot of disciples got angry. Lot was eager to see such happenings. They said it is wrong. You always said don't see, don't touch, and you are giving him permission to live with a prostitute. Buddha said this disciple is such, if he will stay with a prostitute will be afraid of, not he. There is no reason for him to be afraid of. Now you go and stay with her. We will talk about this after 4 months. Disciple stayed with prostitute. Other disciple has started to bring news every day. All is going wrong. Prostitute is dancing and he is seeing the dance all night. Both are sleeping in the same room. Buddha was listening every day and just keeping smiling. Buddha said, let the 4 months pass. He will come after 4 months. Disciple came back after 4 months and along with him, prostitute also came. Before the disciple said something, prostitute fell down to Buddha's feet and said, please take me in your refuge. Please accept me as your disciple. By sending this bhikshu, you have opened the door of salvation for me. I had tried my level best to bring him down, but he is wonderful. I sent him to see my dance. He has not refused. I was thinking he would say, I am sage, and to see dance not possible for me, but he said nothing. Whatever I said to do, he said, okay. He had nothing. He had something lightning within. Whenever I was with him, I forgotten myself that I am a prostitute. In his presence, I was flying high in the sky. I couldn't bring him down. He has taken me up. Please accept me as your disciple. Until and unless I will be awakened like him, life is waste. Buddha said to his disciple, tell me, what do you want to say? You were bringing news every day. I was saying, wait, keep patience. I had faith in him. He is awakening. He is awakened. He can stay awakened. Truth is awakening. Ashtavakra says, see, hear, eat, drink, live in the world. Don't renounce, don't enjoy, and just be awakened. Awakening is the last thing. No bondage, no liberation, no salvation. There is neither bondage nor liberation for me. The illusion has lost its basis. Truly all exist in me, though ultimately it does not exist in me. Janak says, being baseless, all illusions disappear. There is no bondage and no salvation. You must have heard, leave the word, leave the bondage. Search God and try to get salvation. Do a lot of things to get peace. Listen to Janak. He says, there is no bondage, there is no salvation. Such position is called getting in divinity. You know there is nothing to get. Neither bondage is yours, nor the salvation is yours. All are illusions. Being baseless, all illusions washed away. Being baseless, all illusions washed away. Now I have no base. I am living with no hopes. Wonderful. Whole world exists, but I am standing out of all. Ordinary person thinks about hell and heaven, and by devotion he tries to get heaven. Wise person tries to see God, and the best one wants to get salvation. Desires never go. Desires of salvation is salvation. Desires of salvation is also a desire. Persons who crosses over desires of salvation, he enters in the divinity. The body, heaven and hell, bondage and liberation and fear, all are imagination. What is left to do for me, whose very nature is consciousness? Desire will chase you if you run away. Desire will chase you if you run away. If awakened, there will be no desire. If you go away from the world, there will be no difference. No waves will arise in the heart. You will be seeing them in Himalaya too. If you will fled away to Himalaya, you will be seeing them in Himalaya too. Whatever you have left will change you, will chase you. You must have heard the stories of Rishi Muni, that Rambha, Menka, the dancers of heavens are pleasing them. Where from the dancers would come? What they have left and run away, there is illusions of the same thing. No one is teaching. What is the need of Rambha and Menka have to teach these Viswamitras? They have no time. They are not free from their heaven duties. Why they would come to teach these boneless rishis? Where is the attraction in their bodies to attract dancers of the heaven? Where from the dancers would have fallen in love with these boneless and weak rishi munis? They might be afraid of by seeing their faces. Rambha Menka will be afraid of for seeing their faces. But Menka Rambha comes to teach them, to dance in front of them. There is something wrong with these rishis. They have fled away from women. They have never enjoyed them. They have never enjoyed women. Hence these women were being left within their heart and mind. These are the illusions and imaginations of their heart. Who has become rishi and got nothing? They are thinking it was better to be a family man, but now there is no alternative. All has been lost. Their mental projections are teaching them there is nothing else. You cannot get rid of them. You are always attached with them. That is why they teach you. Ashtavakra is not in that favor. He says, just hearing the truth, pure, wise and healthy man see nothing. He lives just awakened. Ashtavakra says, desire is your main enemy. Desire is your main enemy. देखा है हर चाह बनी आखिर में दुख का कारण. देखा है हर चाह बनी आखिर में दुख का कारण. फिर भी चाहे मोक्षधर चाहना आखिर ना छोड़ा. Desire is your enemy. Wealth is the reason of destruction. Reason of both is religion. Reason of both is religion. You leave all and make waste all of them. You leave all and make waste all of them. You leave the religion and neglect everything. Generally, every religion says to leave desires and wealth. But look what Lord Ashtavakra is saying. Ashtavakra is saying, leave the religion also. Even Lord Sri Krishna also says the same thing in chapter 18, verse 66. You leave all religions and surrender to me. Sardharman pritajye mamekam saranam. I will destroy all your sins and bless you with salvation. Desire is your enemy, and whatever we pronounce desire, our intention goes to desire of lust and desire of sex, and all other desires disappears. Why it is so? All the scriptures of the world tells desires for sex is your enemy. Universe is being created through sex. Because of the sex, over the world is being created. It has been written in Atma Puran that desire of sex has won the Lord Brahma. Desire of sex has defeated the Lord Shankara. Desire of the sex has defeated the Lord Vishnu. No one is bachelor of them. Who has won the desires of sex? All has been defeated by the desires of sex. In reality, sex power is creating the whole universe. Even birds and beasts, animals and other creatures. Sex is the main stream for the creation. If the desire of sex is not there in the world, life will finish from the earth. Even though sex is enemy. Why? It is enemy because it never makes you satisfied. It is never let you be satisfied. It keeps you always hungry. Enemy is who keeps you hungry. It does not allow you to be satisfied. Sex keeps you always hungry. Enjoy the sex. After few hours you are again hungry. Sex never allows you to be satisfied. Therefore sex is enemy. Even all religious people are all going on doing the same whole life. Even all religious people are going on doing the same the whole life. It is funny. You want to be satisfied. To be satisfied you need peace. You require salvation. You require divinity. Ashtavakra says, do not fall in the trap of religion. To get divinity you need not to do anything. You have got divinity. You are God. You have forgotten your identity. Divinity is within you. It is not outside. Salvation is not somewhere in the future. You are in salvation, but you don't know. Salvation to be desireless is salvation. Salvation to be desireless is salvation. The declaration of salvation is you are not supposed to do anything. You are satisfied. You require nothing. You declare whenever you like, same moment you will find yourself in peace. Ashtavakra is saying, don't care even for religion. To get divinity, nothing is necessary to do. That is within you. That is not somewhere outside. That is here and now itself. To be the desireless is the entry path to divine kingdom. Philosophy to get in divinity. Philosophy to get in divinity. Nothing to do, nothing to gain. Life is not more than a stage show. Lord Krishna is giving his own example to Arjuna. Now Lord Krishna is not speaking like a person. He is speaking as like divinity. One who has become one with divinity can say this. Krishna is able to speak with discourse because the prideless person only can speak like this. The proud person is always in fear. Truth is this we hide our fear. Proud person is always imbalanced. Krishna is saying, I am not supposed to do anything even though I am going on doing. I am not supposed to get anything even though I am going on doing all things. Why? Because there are millions of people are around me. If I will leave all doing, they will also follow me. It is very deep to understand. Actually, who has not become one with divinity is supposed to get a lot of things in his life. Whatever he has got, that has no value. Who has not realized the salvation, who has not realized the liberation of soul, is supposed to do lot of things in his life. Actually, whatever a person has done in his life, he has not reached anywhere. But a person like Lord Krishna, who is doing completed, has completed, who is gaining completed, who is standing on his destination. If he will stop, others will also stop. If they will stop, there will be side line to get divinity. Therefore, Lord Krishna is saying, who has got all, who has received all, who has no desire further, for him there is no need to worry for future. Keep it in the mind, future stands on desires. Keep it in the mind, future stands on desires. We try to make the future good because there is a lot of things which left to gain. But the person like Lord Krishna, there is no future. Everything is now and near to him. It is very funny that a person like a Lord Krishna is not stopping and we stop. We are not supposed to stop, they stop. Life is not more than a stage show. Non-attached person is supposed to do action as the attached one do. Who is attached? He does the deeds because of his attachment. It is very difficult to understand how to work without attachment. There will be no reason to do anything. Question is arising why to work. Attached one do efforts because he is attached. He is attached with money. He is getting pleasure in money. Big house is to be built. Pride gives satisfaction. People are running like mad, doing efforts. Attachments are there. If they will be non-attached, how they will run after money or anything else? Krishna says, non-attached should do the efforts as attached one do. Do not make the difference in doing. Make the difference in attachments. What will happen? Life will become like a stage show. Life will become like a stage show. Each actor play his part on stage without attachment. You also play your part. Sita is lost in the forest. Ram is shouting, weeping and crying, Sita, Sita, where are you? Beating the head with the trees and asking, have you seen my Sita? Now actor also does the same in Ram Lila, but in his doing there is no attachment. It is what about Krishna talking? It is what about Krishna is talking. Actor is also doing same as Ram had done, but there is no attachment. Action could be possible without attachment. Try to understand it by the action of hero, heroine, doing in cinema, stage-like stage performance. Therefore, we call the life of Lord Rama as Ram Lila, and the life of Lord Krishna as Krishna Lila. Whatever Lord Krishna does, he does, but he stands non-attached. Don't believe if Krishna cries or laughs, because he stands beyond action. For Krishna, life is no better than a stage show. Krishna says to Arjuna, you fight as it is to be fight. Do it without attachment, as if you are doing acting. Don't think you are fighting. You think you are acting on stage. Krishna says, do action as attached one do. Don't make difference in doing. Make difference in doership. Action you do as like real, but don't realize yourself as doer. Lord Krishna crushes hard to make the change within. Arjuna. Krishna says, Arjuna, transform the heart within. According to Lord Sri Krishna, I means soul, not body. Wherever Lord Krishna says I, me, my, he means soul. Lord Krishna said, those ever steadfast devotees who worship with supreme faith by fixing their mind on a personal form of God, soul considers them to be the best yogis. Therefore, focus your mind on soul, on me, and let your intellect dwell upon me alone. Through meditation and contemplation, thereafter you shall certainly attain me. One who does not hate any creature, who is friendly and compassionate, free from the notion of I and my, even-minded in pain and pleasure, forgiving, and who is ever content, who has subdued the mind, whose resolve is firm, whose mind and intellectuals are engaged in dwelling upon me, who is devoted to me, is dear to me. Me means souls. Me means Lord Krishna. He is inside as well outside all beings, animate and inanimate. Soul is incomprehensible because of his subtlety and because of his omnipresence. Soul is very near, residing in one's inner psyche as well as far away in the supreme abode. He is soul undivided and yet appears to exist as if divided in things. Soul, the object of knowledge. He is the object of knowledge and appears as the creator, sustainer and destroyer of all beings. All souls, the Supreme Being, is the source of all lives. He is said to be beyond darkness of ignorance. He is the self-knowledge, the object of self-knowledge, and seated in the inner psyche as consciousness of all being, seated in the inner soul. He is to be realized by self-knowledge. Thus the creation as well as the knowledge and the object of knowledge have been briefly described by me. Having understood this, my devotee attains my supreme position. Description of the Supreme Soul and the individual souls. There are no difference in souls' qualifications. Faceless form of divinity. The spirit in the body is the witness, the guide, the supporter, the enjoyer, and the controller. They who truly understand spirit and the material nature with its three modes are not born again regardless of their way of life. Some perceive them super soul in their inner psyche through mind, and intellect that have been purified either by meditation or by metaphysical knowledge or by selfless service. The one who sees the same eternal Supreme Soul dwelling as spirit, equally within all mortal being, truly sees. When one beholds one and the same Lord existing equally in every being, every soul, and one does not injure anybody. Soul, because one considers everything as one's own self, and thereupon attains the supreme power. Attributes of the spirit. Soul, because of being beginningless and unaffected by three modes of material nature, the eternal soul, even though dwelling in the body, is a living entity. Neither does anything nor becomes tainted. O Arjuna, just as the all-pervading space is not tainted because of its subtlety, similarly the spirit abiding in all bodies is not tainted.